Alright, y'all. So this is like my third attempt trying to record this, and I'm a little tilted. But we gotta talk about the MVP, the boy, most of y'all favorite character, one of the coolest characters in the game, Android 17. We got a lot to talk about. This character is misrepresented. The way people play him, it's kind of against what I feel with the intended way to play him, but he has a lot to him. So first and foremost, we're going to go through mixed me fashion, which is normals, specials, supers, and then pressure. So let's start that up. First and foremost, you have to cut and paste 5L. 6 frame button, it can be repeated, which is really good for staggers. If you space it out, he can backdash. It's -3 though. Unlike, the perfect ones, which are -2. It's -3, so he has to do his double 5L to backdash. But in most cases, he's still safe. Like from there, I'll get hit, but if I do that, I can backdash out. This just increases the strength of his staggers, so he can corner carry really good. Probably some guard all. Cool, he is. He can corner carry for and staggers really good from that. He doesn't have as much dash momentum with his buttons, but it's still very useful. And then the cross-up potential kicks in, so it's really strong. 2L is -4. He has a low 2L, which means that micro dash stack I was just talking about, you can do that with a low, which stops people from jumping, stops people from reflecting. Really strong. Having a low 2L that can stagger like that is really, really good. His 5M is frame 9. It actually goes really far for what it's worth. It's -5 on block, but it can, most cases, it's going to hit on 10, so it's -4. And due to the spacing, you can always backdash from it. So let me show that real quick. Oh, shit. Yeah. Like that. His 2M, this is important. So, to stop people from mashing reflect on like a stagger like this, or mashing at all, you do 2L, 2L, and then 2M, and it true strings because it's frame 10. That means they can't mash reflect at all during your staggers, and it's really strong. He has another really strong low that we're going to get to in a second. But let's go to 5H. He has a -10 5H. It has really good range, so I will say that. From here, I can still reach him. So the range on is actually like deceptively large. You're still in his range from here. And this is hitting on the first active frame, so this is really just how big this move is. His 2H sucks. I don't really have nothing to say. It's a horrible move, very bad, nothing good about it. Absolutely no bright sides. But, I mean, it's airborne, so he can go into his airborne specials, but that's also horrible. And then we talk about his actually amazing move, which is 3H. It's a low. It's -8, but, it's a slide, so it can space out to be safer. It could be like -5 at best, which is really good. But the thing that makes it really good is he can cancel off the key blast, which means in a situation like this, that's a true string. That's all lows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lows. No other character in the game that I know of can do four lows true string. Like 4 consecutive lows. He's the only character in the game who could do that, which is good. There are characters who can do like 4 lows, but there's a gap. Like Super Broly can do 2M 4 times. Cell can do 2L, 2L, 2M, 3H as well, but his 2L into 2M has a gap. 17, this is all a true string, so I can set him to guard first. And that's all lows. Which is, really strong for a stagger. So this is where it really shines though. He can key blast series into like 3L, 3H. And in a lot of cases you can get it to space, so he's not in minus. Like that. You can even, I've seen it done because once you get people not wanting to super dash after that, you can space it like that to be -5, which is good for staggers. This is actually exceedingly good compared to other characters, especially because he can cancel it into 5H. So something like this, you still 5H them and you hit the super dash and you TOD them or something cool like that. So keep that into account. That's his normals. His jumping light sucks. It doesn't have that much range. Jumping medium is actually pretty good for cross up. He can do it from here, and on a standing character he can do it even closer. He can do it from about here. He actually has a point blank cross up versus standing characters, which is good. He can't convert though, which is a little problematic, but still, it's an important aspect of him. Most characters don't even have a way to hit you in a cross-up situation, so the fact that he can, even though he has to spend a bar to confirm, is better than having nothing at all for a point-blank cross-up situation. Let me see if I can show that correct confirm. Ooh. Oh, forgot that doesn't work anymore. So yeah, he has to confirm like this, which is, it's whack, but it still works, which is the thing. Having it at all is still good. Alright, with that out the way, we can start covering like the crux of his moveset. This move sucks. This is one of those useless moves. It can cancel into itself, but he can't block until after he touches the wall. And it has landing recovery. And the only thing it can cancel into is Key Blast or Super Dash or JL. So when you do this, they're just gonna sit still and then they wait for you to touch the ground and they punish you. So I wouldn't really recommend using wall clings. They look cool, but they don't really have much functionality. And then he has Power Blitz. This move is really busted, but we're gonna talk about that later. He has Rekkas. They're actually okay. So the thing about his Rekkas is that they beat Super Dash, right? They're straight up anti-airs, and he can confirm off of them everything, which is indeed strong. But he doesn't build the half bar from a Rekka confirm, or he might with mediums. Nah, he didn't build it. He's close. But yeah, he doesn't build the half bar. But if you have just a little bit, then he does get a full confirm from it. Let me see. Something simple like that. So he does get bigger combos off of it. But that's not really important. The Rekkas are mainly for solo pressure in situations where you use both your assists up. And then you stagger back in place or something like that so that your assists can recharge. Or you just keep it true until your assists come back. You can go for actual mix, which we will talk about. But Power Blitz, what makes it strong is not the activation. The activation of Power Blitz is -28, so that's not good. But the throw of it, when you throw Power Blitz, it's a +7, or +6, my bad. It's +6 point blank, which is really good. From IED, it's even, more plus frames. You can get like +8, I think. Oh well, yeah, you can get it +8. I've seen it. I think with a TK input, you can as well. But the big thing is it's a plus on block move. Most characters don't have that. Actually, most characters don't have a meterless plus on block move. It makes contact frame 18, so it's not a true string, but he can do things like this. Let me see. And that catches jump. So a medium starter, he can press 5M afterwards. Rekka means he can anti-reflect every time. If we set Bardock to reflect after blocking Power Blitz, this happens. Oh shit. He gets 17, gets right back in. This character cannot be reflected at all. He's actually extremely hard to get off of you, which is a very strong merit to speak of. But Power Blitz also has neutral applications as well as you just chuck it. It has tracking on it. You throw it full screen. The second one tracks really good. The first one doesn't. It usually catches them jumping or anything of the sort. Let me see if I can time that. Yeah, the second one actually has good tracking. It shoots twice, which is important because it beats beams. The first one clashes with the beams and the second one beats it. So that's the usage of that move. Rekka has, okay, so the issue with Android 17 players is a lot of them uses this as their sole mix-up tool, right? They think, I'm gonna wreck him to death, I'm gonna mix him with Rekka. This is all reactable, like even the overhead. He has a fake overhead too. Oh wait, he has a fake overhead, which people say looks like similar to that because he can do like this. He can do like into straight low, which is cool, but that's not exactly that strong. It's good for solo pressure, I guess. He can do that too for space low, which means he can do like even more extended low strings like this. All right, that's 5 lows back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he has to do a medium there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 5 lows back to back. There's a gap on that one, but it's one of those situations like who else can do that though? Which is credit where credit's due, right? Having something like that. But I think the issue is they overuse the record. Like the idea of what I'm showing, using the record for an extra low or for an extra piece of pressure, is strong, right? This in itself is strong. That's a space low -11. It is punishable. Bardock can just lariat and punish you, but the fact of having this is a good thing. I'm doing M Rekka back into low, which this is the easy way to make people respect you, to show that you have this option, and then you can go back into forward like that. You can always go into that. You can always bait anything out with this, which gives a full punish. That's good, but the real ideal is, and we're gonna string over the pressure situation, of course, we're in pressure. The real thing is, he has a low 2L, so you just super dash with assist, but that whiffs on most characters. But his 2M is frame 10, so it's unreactable, right? So you can do things like this, which is a mix-up, but it's almost fuzzyable, so I don't recommend it too much, but it's still an option he has. He can still go high and everything of the sort. So it's not like his moveset falls apart, right? Oh yeah, his JL has the issue with whiffing as well. But he can still go high like that. Then you reset your pressure. That recharge your assists. You see your assists are there, you start doing record strings, and they come back. And that's kind of how you pressure with this character. That's also how you mix. So they're intertwined. My bad. I've been doing this for like 30 minutes. My voice is going away. But yeah, to intertwine them for mixing pressure, it's generally just that. But you super dash plus assist mix in the corner, which gives you a 50-50. We've covered this before. And mid screen, you just go into Rekka, auto assist. I'd recommend doing this for the Rekka low, because that is a true string. I can show that real quick. Guard first, 5H, Rekka low. Right, so you go into the low, or Rekka mid is actually -9. So for most, you could do that. And then keep pressuring from there, but it is a little tight. So I recommend just going to Rekka mid, honestly, or Rekka low. And then calling the assist with the low and just continue pressuring. So I will say that going back to power blitz, because we do have to talk about combo routes. The reason I'm pushing combo routes to the end is because 17 players do the weirdest route. So most 17 players, if they combo you, they'll do something like this. And this is assistless, of course. They'll hit you and they'll confirm it to this combo. Or actually, let me do the full combo and show credit. Let me see, what was it? Right, then they go into Rekkas, and then they go into that Rekka, and it's all cool and stuff, but that does no damage, right? What 17 could do if he has power blitz charged is, okay, so standard, like his standard BNB without the corner is just the universal BNB, right? You go into this, which is cool. He does that. Same thing for here. If you don't have power blitz, you go into this, right? But if you're close enough to the corner and you have power blitz, he actually goes into an advanced BNB, which does way more damage. So I can show that. JS, and you see the meter build, right? 5K, 2 bars. That's a strong thing for this character. Nobody does that. He can even do it off of jump-ins. You just delay the LL. Shout outs to Y Zhao for finding this, by the way. And then on the second hit, he can kill. And they die. But this is actually strong. He 2 touches really easily by himself. Nobody does this, which is problematic, right? But if a 17 player started applying these instead of like the crazy routes they go for, like this, get all the meter, get the sliding knockdown. If they started applying this, it'll be a lot stronger. Is how I feel. The records are used to, so to overview that real quick, because I did kind of cover those two sections a little fast. So the records are used for once your assist is out, you do that for like solo pressure, right? Because challenging records is hard, even though they're like reactable. It is hard to actually challenge the records. So you do super dash plus assist mix, right? They block it. Let's say you wasted both assists, right? They blocked, and how do you approve from that? Wow, he has a really hard time true from that. He has a really hard time true from that. Oh my god. We're just gonna call both. You do the mix up, and your assists are still recharging, so you don't really have much to do. You go for Rekkas, reset, right? They blocked, and then when you keep the pressure up, when they're at halfway recharge, you just go for true strings. He can true string 3 Rekkas. 1, 2, 3. If you keep them all like delayed lights, you can actually do a really long delayed string. So I can show you. 1 stagger. They hit halfway right now, and I can get my assist back. And then he's still being true string. And then once your assists come back, you use them for super dash plus assist 50-50, and that's how you mix. The combo route, because I do want to explain that for 17 players, once you have Power Blitz charged, it's 5H, you do the rejump, L, delay L, and then you do key blast. Super dash off of that, LL, L, delay L, J2H, key blast, and Power Blitz. You can replay the video to figure that out. The second hit, even though you don't have, what's it called, Power Blitz, he does so much meter build, you just DR at the end, and then do whatever super you have to do to kill. I'm doing level 3 to keep 17 in, but most cases you can just do level 1s. And that's pretty much this character. Rekkas are for resetting assist pressure and neutral, right? They beat super dash, always uses them. If you see a super dash, that's a good chance to charge up your power blitz right there. Going to something like that. I'm really bad to confirm. I haven't touched 17 in a while. Wow, that would have been cool. 2, 3, 4. You do something like that, and you confirm it's a power blitz charge in and out from a Rekka anti-air. So I will say anti-air super dash with Rekka is actually more important than anti-air in it with 2H, because he gets a power blitz charge. And then that's neutral. Pressure, you use the assist plus super dash 50-50. Mid-screen, take advantage of the fact that from about here, he can cross up crouchers. Corner, 50-50s, of course. And learn his BNBs. I don't know 17 BNBs, right? But I did like mess around before the stream. I don't know if this is optimal, but he does build mad meter, like for no reason, right? But that was 5 bars. I did a really shitty combo. But that's an example of him building 5 bars solo. And I've seen more done. So I'm going to have Y Zhao's videos in the description so you can see some of the real 17 combos. But keep it practical. If you don't have Power Blitz, Universal BNB. If you do have Power Blitz, 5H rejump. In the corner, exact same rules. If you don't have Power Blitz, Universal BNB. Rekka combos, while they're practical, right, they aren't really assist efficient. So I would recommend not doing that. And that's about the end of this. If you appreciated it, like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up with everything. I'm streaming this live on my Twitch over at twitch.tv/ShadL. Hope you have a good one.